Hello everyone. Hello. So this is our 7th class of solving previous year papers of JNU CEEB. Right? So tell me today who are with me? Together we solve the previous year questions of JNU CEEB, right? In the previous classes we have solved the questions of the year 2018, 17, 16, 15, 13, right? Portion of the questions of these years. And today we are going to solve the questions, the portion of the questions which came in the year 2012. Okay? So if you go through the questions, you can see that the type of questions are quite common, and sometimes the questions are repeated. Okay, so these questions are very important for those who are preparing for GAT-B 2020, and also these questions are very much important for every competitive exams, because these topics are very much common in all types of competitive exams on MSc Biotechnology. Okay, that is these questions are also important for IT JAM BT also. Okay, so tell me who are with me today. Please reply who are with me today. We are going to solve the questions which came in 2012. Okay, so tell me who are with me today, who are going to solve the questions which came in 2012 together with me. Tell me who are with me today, and then I'll start solving the first question. Okay, I'll disclose the first question. So tell me who are with me today. Today we are going to solve the questions which came in the year 2012. Okay, and this is our 7th class. We have solved questions in the past 6 classes, and those questions were from from the year 2018, 17, 16, 15, 13. Okay, and in this class we are going to solve the questions which came in the year 2012. Okay, so who are with me? No one is live today. Tell me who are with me today? Who want to solve the questions today with me? Okay, I think I should start the class. I should go to the first question for today, right? So here is the first question today. Okay. So the question here is, a car travels at the rate of 30 km per hour for 2 hours and then at the rate of 60 km per hour for 4 hours. Its average speed during the entire trip will be option A 90 km per hour, option B 45 km per hour, option C 50 km per hour, option D 15 km per hour. Okay, so tell me guys, which is the correct option for this question? Tell me which is the correct option for this question, and tell me who are with me today. No one is with me today. No one want to solve the questions today. Which is the correct option for this question? Please tell me which is the correct option for this question. Is it option A, option B, option C or option D? 90 km per hour or 45 km per hour or 50 or 15? Which is the correct option for this question? Okay, hi Shagoto. Tell me which is the correct option for this question? Which is the correct option for this question? Which is the correct option for this question? Is it option A or B or C or D? I am repeating the question. A car travels at the rate of 30 km per hour for 2 hours and then at the rate of 60 km per hour for 4 hours. Its average speed during the entire trip will be option A 90 km per hour, option B 45 km per hour, option C 50 km per hour, option D 15 km per hour. So tell me which is the correct option for this question. Which is the correct option for this question? Tell me which is the correct option for this question. And Shagata, please share the link of today's class with your friends so that they can also join us and as soon as possible. Okay, your answer is C, 50 km per hour. Okay, let's solve it, right? Let's solve it. Okay. So, we know that the average speed is equal to total distance traveled, right? Total distance traveled by total time. Here total time is simply 2 plus 4, that is 6 hours, right? 6 hours. But we don't have total distance. So let's calculate the total distance. How to calculate? First, the car travels at the rate 30 km per hour, right? 30 km per hour. That means the velocity, the V is 30 kmph, right? And T is 2 hours. That means here the distance is, suppose x1 is 30 times 2, right? And similarly, after that it goes with V2 60 kmph or kilometer per hour, and their time taken is 4 hours. So their x2, that is the distance travel, is v times t, right? That is 60 times 4. So the total distance is x1 plus x2, right? x1 plus x2, that means 30 times 2 plus 60 times 4, right? So it becomes 60 plus 240 by 6, that is 300 by 6 or 50 kilometer per hour, right? So here the correct option is option C, 50 kilometer per hour. Here the correct option is 50 kilometer per hour. So our answer for this question is option C, 50 kilometer per hour. That is Shagota, you are right. Correct. Okay. So let's go to the next question. So here is the next question. E. coli cells are rod-shaped, about 2 micrometer long and 0.8 micrometer in diameter. The volume of a cylinder is pi r square h, where h is the height of the cylinder. If the average density of E. coli mostly is 1.1 into 10 to the power 3 gram per liter, the mass of a single cell will be option A 1 into 10 to the power minus 16 gram, option B 1 into 10 to the power minus 12 gram, Option C 1 into 10 to the power minus 8 gram. Option D 1 into 10 to the power minus 18 gram. Okay, so please tell me which is the correct option for this question. Is it A or B or C or D? So please tell me which is the correct option here. Is it A or B or C or D? Which is the correct option for this question? Is it A or B or C or D? So in the meantime, guys who are viewing this class, who are watching this class, live class, please share the link with your friends so that they also can join us today. Okay, so tell me which is the correct option here. Is it option A or B or C or D? Okay, I think I should start, right? I think I should start. Okay, so here you say that E. coli cells are rod shaped, right? What is the shape of rod? It's a rod, right? It's a rod. Now, a rod has the shape of a cylinder, right? And given is the volume of a cylinder is pi r square h, right? Which we know already, right? That is the area of this side is pi r square because this is a circle, right? This is a circle, so the area of this is pi r square, and to calculate the volume we should multiply pi r square by h, that is the height or length of the rod or cylinder, whatever you say, rod or cylinder, whatever you say. Okay, so this is the volume of one E. coli cell, right? One E. coli cell. So we have the volume as pi r square h for one E. coli cell, right? So it is pi times what is r? R is diameter by 2, that is 0.8 by 2 square times h. What is h? 2 micrometer, right? 2. Now since they are in micrometer, that means what is 1 micrometer? Sorry, 1 micrometer is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 meter, right? Now there are 3 micrometers because 1 is for length, this one, and 2 is for this radius, right? That is for this and this. So multiplied by 10 to the power minus 6 times 3, right? So here we get the volume as pi r square h, right? This is in meter cube, right? This is in meter cube. Now see, the density, average density is given in gram per liter, right? Gram per liter. So we have to convert this meter cube in liter. Now what is liter? How to convert it? We know 1 liter equal 1 decimeter cube, right? Or 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube, right? I hope you know this. 1 liter is 1 decimeter cube or 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube, right? And if we put it here, we get, without this meter cube, we can write 10 to the power minus 3, 10 to the power plus 3 liter, right? In place of this meter cube, we can write 10 to the power plus 3 liter. Okay. So, now if we write the density in terms of mass per volume, then it would give us mass as density times volume, right? Now what is density? Density is 1.1 into 10 to the power minus 3, 10 to the power 3 gram per liter. That is 1.1 times 10 to the power 3 times V, means pi times 0. This is 0.852, that is 0.4 square, times 2 times 10 to the power minus 6 cube times 10 to the power 3 gram, right? So if we calculate it, it would give us 1.1 times 10 to the power 12 gram. It would give us 1.1 times 10 to the power 12 gram. You may, sorry, it is not 12, it is minus 12. It would be minus 12, right? Because it is 18, minus 18, minus plus 3 and 2. Yeah, it is minus 12. 1.1 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 12 gram. So this is our mass. You may get confused why to take average density equal 1, right? Density of 1 E. coli cell, right? See, average density means the total density of E. coli cells divided by the total number, right? That is equal to 1 E. coli cell, the density of 1 E. coli cell, right? That is mass by volume. So from there we can get the mass of 1 E. coli cell, right? The mass of 1 E. coli cell, and it is nearly equal to 1 times 10 to the power minus 12 gram. That is option B here, 1 into 10 to the power minus 12 gram, right? So our correct answer is option B, 1 into 10 to the power minus 12 gram. Okay? Is it clear to everyone? Please tell me. Yes, Shagota, it is option B, 1 into 10 to the power minus 12 gram. And Shudipto, hi Shudipto. Ma'am, आप topic wise class कीजिए, it would be beneficial for us. Okay, yeah, I am going to take topic wise classes for this exam, but after solving the previous year papers, I'll go to I'll take classes topic wise. Okay, after solving the previous year classes, I'll start solving. I'll start taking classes topic wise. Okay, so let's go to the next question. So here is our next question. In an Attles machine, the two masses are 400 gram and 600 gram. If G equal 10 meter per second square, the tension in the string is approximately option A 4 Newton, option B 2.4 Newton, option C 0.6 Newton, option D 0.4 Newton. Okay, so tell me which is the correct option here. Is it A or B or C or D? Which is the correct option? Is it A or B or C or D? Which is the correct option for this question? Which is the correct option for this question? Is it A or B or C or D? Which is the correct option for this question? So in the meantime, I'm asking you again to share the link of this live class with your friends so that they also can join us. Okay, and सुदीप तो जैसे प्रॉब्लम बहुत लोगों को हो रहा है, मुझे पता है, जो टॉपिक वाइज क्लास चाहते हैं. सो आई टेक क्लासेस ऑन टॉपिक वाइज क्लासेस मैं लूंगी, बट after completion of these previous year questions, okay, previous year papers. So now tell me, which is the correct option here? Which is the correct option here? Is it A or B or C or D? And please tell me if I'm audible or not. Can you hear me clearly? Can you hear me clearly? Am I audible? Okay, I think I should start solving the question, right? So let's solve the question. Now, what is an Atwood's machine? I'll make a video on Atwood's machine in a very few days. So what is an Atwood's machine, right? So suppose here is a mass M1 and here is another mass M2 which are connected to a pulley, right? I hope you remember, right? And the tension in both the masses, on both the masses is T, equal, and it's, suppose it is T, right? So you are asked to find the tension in the strings, that is tension in these strings, right? Tension in these strings. You are asked to find the tension in these strings. So what is T? What was the formula for T? I hope you remember. T is equal to 2 M1 M2 by M1 plus M2. Okay, 2 M1 M2 plus M1, 2 M1 M2 by M1 plus M2. If you forgot the formula, don't worry. I'll make a video on Atwood's machine in a few days. It would be published in a few days, upcoming days. Okay. Okay, Shagoto. Okay, video is not visible to you. Okay, yeah, maybe network problem. Okay, so can't you see these things? Anything on the board? Nothing. I think it is network problem. Okay. So if it is the formula for tension in the string, that is T equal to M1 M2 by M1 plus M2, then what is M1 and M2? 400 gram and 600 gram, right? So let's just put it here, that is that is 2 times 600 times 400 by, it is in, it is in grams, and this is in 10 meter per second square, right? And your answer is in Newton, so you have to convert gram in kg, right? So how to convert it? Just divide it by 1000, that is 0.6 kg times 0.4 kg divided by 0.6 plus 0.4, right? So multiply it by G, it is G here, I forgot to write. It is 2 m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 times g, that is 10 here. So we get 2 times 0.24 by 1 into 10, that is equal to 4.8 Newton, right? It is 4.8 Newton. Now in our options, no one is 4.8 Newton, because if we round it off, then it becomes 5 Newton, right? But nothing is, no one is 5 Newton, right? But we have 4 Newton here, and you are asked to answer the approximate value. So it is option A, 4 Newton. It is option A, 4 Newton. So our correct answer is option A, 4 Newton. Okay. So should I go to the next question? Is it clear to you? Please tell me. Is it clear to you? Should I go to the next question? Okay. So here is our next question. Kepler's third law for circular orbits states that option A, t square is proportional to r cube. Option B, t cube is proportional to r square. Option C, t is proportional to r square. Option D, t is proportional to r cube. Okay, so tell me which is the correct option here. Tell me which is the correct option here. Is it A or B or C or D? Which is the correct option here? Which is the correct option here? Is it A or B or C or D? Is it A or B or C or D? Which is the correct option here? So to answer this, we should know what is Kepler's third law, right? I hope you remember. It states that the square of time period of revolution of a planet is directly proportional to the cube of length of semi-major axis of its elliptical orbit, right? This was our statement for Kepler's third law, right? It was Kepler's third law, right? So it clearly tells us that the time period of revolution is directly proportional to the length of semi-major, the cube of length of semi-major axis of its elliptical orbit, that is t square of time period, t square is proportional to r cube, that is option A. T square is proportional to r cube. Okay, T square is proportional to R cube. So here the correct answer is option A, T square proportional to R cube. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Please tell me. Is it clear to everyone? It was a very easy question, quite an easy question. So, is it clear? Should I go to the next question? I think I should go to the next question. So, here is our next question. An isothermal process is one in which, hi, Himjyoti, hello, you are a new viewer here. Okay, an isothermal process is one in which option A, no heat is given out, option B, no work is done, option C, the temperature remains constant, option D, the entropy must increase. Okay, so tell me which is the correct option here? Which is the correct option here? Is it option A or B or C or D? Which is the correct option here? Is it option A or B or C or D? Is it option A or B or C or D? Which is the correct option in this question? So in the meantime, again, I would ask you to share the link of this live class with your friends so that they can also join us. Okay? Okay, Himjyoti, tell me from which state you are from which state, Himjyoti? Okay, your answer is option C, that is the temperature remains constant. Okay? So, we know about 4 processes, right? Isobaric, isochoric, isothermal and adiabatic, right? So, in case of isothermal, from the name it is clear that delta T is 0. That is no change of temperature, right? No change of temperature. That is our correct option here is option C, the temperature remains constant. The temperature remains constant. Okay, it is option C, the temperature remains constant. Okay. Okay, Himjyoti, you are from Assam. Okay, good. So, is it clear to you? Is it clear to everyone? Should I go to the next question? Should I go to the next question? So, Himjyoti, have you watched the previous live classes of solving previous year papers of JNU CEEB? Have you watched them? If you haven't watched them yet, then you can watch them in the playlist GAT-B 2020. There you can find the videos. Okay. Hi Hitha, you are again a new viewer. Okay. Should I go to the next question? I think I should go to the next question. So here is our next question. Two sounds A and B have intensity levels, that is loudness, of 80 dB. We measure loudness in terms of dB, right? So here it is of 80 dB and 40 dB respectively. The ratio IA by IB, that is intensity of A by intensity of B in watts per meter square, okay, of the intensity is option A 2, option B 10 to the power 2 or 10 square, option C 10 to the power 4, option D 10 to the power 6. So tell me which is the correct option here. Is it A or B or C or D? Do you remember the formula? Let's see how many of you remember the formula for dB, converting dB and watts per meter square. Let's see how many of you remember the formula. Uh, Tell me which is the correct option here. Which is the correct option here? Is it A or B or C or D? Which is the correct option here? Is it A or B or C or D? In the meantime, again I would ask you to share the link of this live class with your friends so that they also can join. And for new viewers like Himjyoti, Hitha, I would tell you to watch the previous live classes of solving previous year papers of JNU CEEB. You can find the videos, published videos of the live classes in the playlist GAT-B 2020. Okay, in the playlist GAT-B 2020, you can find the previous live classes. Okay, this is our 7th class for solving previous year JNU CEEB papers. In the previous live classes, we have solved the questions which came in 2018, 17, 16, 15, 13. Okay, and in this class we are solving the questions which came in 2012, and you may see that the type of questions are quite common, and if you solve the previous year problems with a basic knowledge, then you can easily uh, prepare for your exam this year. Okay, so Hitha gave her answer. It is option C 10 to the power 4. It is option C 10 to the power 4. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? So Hitha remembered the formula. Anyone else? Anyone else remember the formula? So should I start solving the question? I think I should start solving the question, right? Anyone else want to answer? Should I wait for your answers or should I start solving? Should I start solving? Okay, okay. I think I should start solving, right? See, the sound pressure level, or we can say SPL, okay, in terms of dB was 10 log 10 sound pressure in Pascal, that is P square by P0 square, right? Pressure, okay, where it is the reference sound pressure in Pascal, and this is sound pressure in Pascal, right? But in case of intensity, that is in watts per meter square, what was it? It was intensity in dB, 10 log 10, log means 10, right? 10 base. Intensity in watts per meter square by reference intensity of sound intensity in watts per meter square. Okay, it was our formula. Okay, so we don't need this here because we are given, well, we are asked to calculate the intensity in watts per meter square, right? So suppose the here the first intensity, that is this one, is I1, that is equal 80 equal 10 log IA by I0, right? Or I0, whatever you say, and it gives us IA equal I0 times 10 to the power 80 by 10, 80 by 10, right? If you just take this 10 under 80 and take that to the power of 10, right? 10 to the power 80 by 10 you get, and it is equal I0 10 to the power 10 to the power 8. Okay, and similarly we get IB as I0 10 to the power 40 by 10, that is I0 10 to the power 4. So we get IA by IB, IA by IB equal 10 to the power 8 by 10 to the power 4, that is equal 10 to the power 4, right? Because I0 cancels out and we are left with 10 to the power 4. So our correct answer is option C. It is option C, 10 to the power 4. Okay. Yes. So Hitha and Shagota both are correct. It is option C, 10 to the power 4. Okay. Yes, Hitha, you're correct. Your formula is correct. It is, and your answer is also correct. It is option C, 10 to the power 4. Okay. So should I go to the next question? Is it clear to everyone? Is the solution clear to everyone? Should I go to the next question? Okay, let's go to the next question. So here is our next question. Two waves are represented by the equations y1 equal a sine omega t plus 0.57 and y2 equal a cos omega t, where a is in meter and t in second. The phase difference in radian between them is approximately option A 0.57, option B 1, option C 1.25, option D 1.57. Okay, so tell me which is the correct option here. Is it A or B or C or D? Which is the correct option here? Is it A or B or C or D? Which is the correct option here? 0.57, 1 1.25 or 1.57. Which is the correct option here? And tell me how to solve it. Which is the correct option here? Is it A or B or C or D? Is it A or B or C or D? Which is the correct option here? A or B or C or D? Okay, should I start solving it? Can you answer it? Please tell me. Should I start? Okay. See, if I draw a sine wave, okay, if it is time 0, it is a sine wave, right? Sine wave starting from 0, right? And then what would be a cos? What would be a cos? The cos would be like this, starting from 1. Right, like this. So this is, sorry, when it is 0, this is 1, and when this is 0, it is 1, right? So the phase difference between a cos wave and a sine wave is 90-degree, right? So we have y1 equal a sine omega t plus 0.57 and y2 equal a cos omega t, right? So first let us convert this cos into sine, that is a sine okay, Shaguto, your network is not okay. Okay, it's okay. You can watch the recording. Definitely, you can definitely watch the recording. You may stay here with us as much as you can. The network problem occurs sometimes. You can stay here if it is possible. If it is not possible, then you can definitely watch the recording of today's class. Okay, so y2 equal a cos omega t equal a sine omega t plus 90-degree. Now what is 90-degree? 90-degree is pi by 2, right? See, 0.57 is not in degree because we know that 0.57 is not in degree, and you are asked to calculate the phase difference in radian. So it is in radian, so we have to calculate this pi by 2 in radian. Now what is pi by 2 in radian? Pi by 2 in radian is t plus 1.57. Simply divide pi by 2. Okay, it would give you 1.57. So what is the difference between, if it is phi 1 and it is phi 2, then what is delta phi? Delta phi is the phase difference, right? So what is delta phi? Phi 2 difference, phi 1, the phase difference between these two, right? The phase of this wave is 0.57. Suppose it is phi 1, and For this wave it is 1.57, that is phi 2. So the difference between these two phases is our phase difference, and in radian it is 1.57 minus 0.57, so it is equal 1, simply 1. So our correct option is option B, 1. Okay, our correct option is B, 1. Okay, our correct option is option B, 1. Is it clear? Please tell me. Is it clear? Please tell me. Yes, Hitha, it is. It is 1. It is 1. Okay. It is 1. Okay, so the phase difference here is 1. Okay, is it clear? Should I go to the next question? I should tell you guys that if you have network issues while watching this live class, you can watch the recording again when it is published. Okay, so let's go to the next question. And I should tell you again that if you are a new viewer and you have not watched the previous live classes, you can find them in the playlist named GAT-B 2020. Okay, you can find the previous classes, previous live classes in the playlist GAT-B 2020, and you can also watch the other videos of this channel. And for more upcoming live classes or upcoming videos, you can subscribe this channel so that you you get updates of the new videos. Okay, so let's read this question. A plain parallel plate capacitor consists of conducting plates separated by vacuum and distance d. The distance between the plates is now doubled and a dielectric slab of width 2d is inserted between the plates so that capacitance is unchanged. The dielectric constant of the material of the slab should be option A half, option B 1, option C 2, option D 4. Okay, so tell me which is the correct option here. Is it A or B or C or D? Which is the correct option here? Is it A or B or C or D? Which is the correct option here? Is it A or B or C or D? Okay, let's see if you remember the formula or not. Formula for parallel plate capacitors. Do you remember the formula? Let's see. Do you remember the formula? So, we have two parallel plates separated by vacuum. So here it is epsilon naught, right? And the distance between them is d. Suppose the area of each plate is A. Okay, then what was the formula for capacitance? The formula for capacitance was C equal epsilon naught A by D. It was our formula, right? It was our formula. Now, in the next case, it is case number 1. In the next case, the case number 2, you said that the distance between the plates, no, the area is unchanged. Okay, the area is again A. The distance is just doubled. The distance is doubled. That is, the distance becomes 2D. Okay, and a dielectric slab of width 2D is inserted between the plates. Okay, so a dielectric slab of with 2D is inserted between the plates. That is, if the dielectric constant of the material is epsilon. Okay, so it would be it is C1, it is C2, then epsilon A by D. So we have C, the capacitance is unchanged, right? So we have C1 equal C2. Okay, so epsilon naught A by D equal epsilon A by, sorry, it is 2D. 2D. Okay, so we get epsilon equal 2 epsilon. So the dielectric constant of the material of the slab should be, the dielectric constant of the material should be 2. Okay, so is it clear, everyone? Should I go to the next question? Okay, I think I should go to the next question. So here is our next question. An infinitely long straight wire along the positive x-axis carries a current plus I directed to the right. The magnetic field B due to the wire at a point P 0, plus Y on the positive y-axis points along option A, the positive z-axis, option B, the positive x-axis, option C, the positive y-axis, option D, the negative z-axis. Okay, so tell me which is the correct option here. Is it A or B or C or D? Which is the correct option here? Is it A or B or C or D? Is it A or B or C or D? Which is the correct option here? Okay, I should mention here that if you are a new viewer, you can watch the previous live classes for solving JNU CEEB previous year papers in the playlist GAT-B 2020. And if you like today's class, you can click on the like button and you can share the link of this live class with your friends so that they can also watch the video, published video of this class. Okay, so I think you should answer this question in the comment section, and you can tell me if you have enjoyed today's class. And for today, I think I should end it here. And for the next class, you can wait for Monday uh, evening. And for today, it's all. Okay. Tata.